Hello, welcome to the Guess Where I Am podcast. If this is your first time, we're very happy to have you. And if you're back, oh my God, missed you so much, love you so. Thanks for being here. Today, this is a layover episode. For those who know, you know. For those who don't, this is basically a speed run podcast episode. So in 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to tell you one of my travel opinions or travel stories. We'll see where this lands out. They're very unplanned. Please, I beg of you, check out some of our other episodes. We have a myriad, I hope that is the right word, of content here. We have duo episodes, which is usually my co-host Koke. Hi, I'm Louise. I just realized I never introduced myself. We have duo episodes where Koke and we talk all things traveling, from the places we've been, the things we've done, how we do it, how we budget for it, how we make that a reality, our motivations, the things we learn, how we pack. Beyond that, we even have interview episodes so you can get tons of different perspectives on what it means and how to solo backpack the world. This podcast is beyond borders. We really just want to make you feel prepared and motivate you to go and travel and see some stuff, grow as a person. We also have thrills and spills. Those are 30-minute episodes of a thrilling travel tale with a very important travel lesson at the end. Anyway, welcome to Layovers. This is Guess Where I Am. I'm Louise, and today's episode, we are talking about food. Now, those who know me and are my close friends are probably scratching their head right now because I am not the biggest foodie in the world. When I travel, I tend to spend my money on excursions and activities than I do to pay for food. But that does not mean I don't understand the importance of food while you're traveling. Not only is it healthy for your body, but beyond that, it is potentially one of the best ways to get to know a new culture and learn new traditions. This can span from going somewhere expensive to a fancy restaurant to just your local food cart or hole in the wall. Even beyond that, it extends to the hostel shared kitchen. For example, when I was in Australia, because I like to save money, I would cook a lot of my food in the shared kitchen amongst tons of other backpackers. Just because it's a confined space, you can't help but rub shoulders with the person using the stove next to you. In one example, I got to know this man from the Middle East, and he shared with me this rice dish. It was so long ago. I wish I could remember what it was called. What I do remember was that it tasted incredible. He was so kind to share his food. And then we talked about, his life growing up in the Middle East and my life growing up in America. And it was really lovely. Another example is we have a frequent guest here on the Guess Where I Am podcast. Her name is Selena Smiley. She is in 2 episodes if you want to get to know her. I'll direct you to Flight 15 and Flight 8. She talks about backpacking America in Flight 8, and then me and her talk about being a creative while traveling in Flight 15. Anyways, when she came to visit me here in America, she had never had a peanut butter and jelly before. Aww. It was my absolute honor as an American to buy some white Wonder Bread, peanut butter, and I personally like strawberry jelly. I know it's a big debate, grape, strawberry, raspberry, whatever. I'm a strawberry girl. Deal with it. It was awesome to exchange that with her. It's really, food brings people together, and you can learn so much about a culture just by sitting down at the dinner table and having a conversation and a meal. Lots of people love to cook and share their favorite foods. So I highly recommend trying everything at least once. Obviously, if you're allergic, don't. If you're vegan or vegetarian, stand by your oath? Morals? I don't know the right word. I am not vegan or vegetarian, although one day I would love to be vegetarian. I don't think I could be vegan. I really like dairy and chocolate. So, mad respect to the vegans out there. Shout out Coke, my co-host. This is a list of some unique foods I tried. I'm just gonna fire them out because this is a quick episode and we're already around 6 minutes in. First, in France, I tried snails and frog legs. The waiter, this was my first time. I don't know if I'll necessarily eat any of the foods on this list again. Some of them I really enjoyed, some of them I didn't. Overall, the people who I was around while I was eating this kind of made every meal worth it. In France, the snails and frog legs were alarming just because I'm not used to seeing that food on my day-to-day basis. But the waiter had so much fun talking to me about these dishes. He was French and watching me try them for the first time. And they were good. I didn't mind them. Next, funny enough, in Australia, well, not funny enough, but obviously in Australia, I tried kangaroo. Funny enough, you can also get it here in Connecticut. Wouldn't have expected that. Kangaroo, that was an interesting one. Yeah, okay, moving on. Alligator in Florida. I tried elk and buffalo. That's pretty popular here in America. And durian in Bali, Indonesia. Durian is only one I will openly come out and say I don't plan on having that one again. We talk about the specifics in Flight 14, Be a Global Baddie with Local Manners While Exploring the World, in which we talk about, trying new foods, but also being, if you don't like them, be respectful of the culture and don't like make a big fuss about how nasty something is. Like, I ate durian like a champ because I didn't really like it. I actually very much disliked it. Smelly, it's got a weird texture. Not my flavor profile personally, but did I put it down? Yes. Did I politely, walked far from the vendor that I bought it and threw it out at a distant trash can? Also, yes. But I'm happy I did it because if I hadn't, I would have always wondered. And now I know. You don't want to go through life asking yourself, what if? Just, oh well, didn't like it. At least it's a great memory. Had a good time with my friends. Met a lot of really cool people. Food brings people together. Anyway, I'm sorry if this episode sounds all over the place. I am currently on a 14-day straight of a work schedule that consists of me working from the hours of 2 a.m. to 12 p.m. And so my mind is backwards. Does that make sense? Does this make sense? That's today's layover episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope when you go backpacking, travel to somewhere new, you are open to trying new foods, not only because maybe you'll love it, but mostly because you'll have the opportunity to meet and talk to some amazing new people who have great perspectives and joys and dislikes in life that can influence you to change and grow as a better person or realize things about yourself that you might not have realized before. It's insane how food is just like an opening to what can be self-discovery. Sorry to get super deep. I hope you didn't roll your eyes. But that, you know what? This is what layovers are for. Sometimes things get a little cliche. Sometimes things get a little cringe. We're trying to boost our podcast in the algorithm. So please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, Spotify, Apple Podcast, at Guess Where Podcast. Tell your friends, listen to our other episodes. They're great. They are way more produced and edited and potentially more helpful than layovers. This is purely for the algorithm. But I do hope that you got something out of this. That's not a Louise, you're stating the obvious. Go to sleep. You have to wake up at midnight. Bye.